Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bearded Beggar Banter, the sports podcast. Welcome, Trent. Welcome, Trey. Welcome, Big John.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be back.
Let's go.
We have our draft special. Raiders fans. We have our draft special ready to go today. So make sure you're tuned in. We got an actual mock draft where we are going to be drafting live. Very similar to, I guess, what some would say as Trent, would you say fantasy football draft? Done some research here, looked at some teams' needs. We have all been assigned 8 different teams. So this is how we're going to start right from the top. We're going to go no trades. You're going to pick based on teams' needs, based on analysis for the 8 teams that you have been assigned. If anybody's wondering what teams we're assigned to, you can see them down along the bottom of the ticker there. So anything before we get started here?
Well, I just want to comment on my attire. I'm channeling my inner Andy Reid off-season attire. So broke out the Hawaiian shirt. Probably going to have a cheeseburger, 3 during the show. Just wanted to make you guys aware. But yeah, I'm ready to go. It's where we get to talk football, America's game, and not just baseball. So that's nice. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Are you going to have some nuggies?
Nuggies. Oh, chicken nuggies. Oh, yes. First, I thought nugget nectars is what we're referring to, but no.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, no, I just ran out actually. My last
Trey, don't you dare breathe, Fumble Rooski.
I was gonna say, I'd actually wish they played that commercial a little bit more on TV.
No, try. Just kidding. Sorry, Todd McShay or Todd McShay, milk
baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Without further ado here, we're going to start right from the top. So I think, Trey, you gave us a script, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. But first,
I love that.
all right. So the pick is in here. I will be picking for the Tennessee Titans. I basically volunteered as tribute because I know that their pick is already in. But with the number 1 overall pick of the draft, the Tennessee Titans will be selecting Cam Ward, quarterback out of the University of Miami.
Boo! Oh, sorry, we're not. I was booing Roger Goodell. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do find it interesting the fact that the Titans are going after another quarterback. I mean, Will Levis had, a year? I feel like this is like their 3rd quarterback that they drafted to be their franchise guy in like the last 3 or 4 seasons. So it was Malik Willis. Then you had Will Levis. Now you're going Cam Ward. I don't know. In their defense, I do think Cam Ward is the best quarterback in this draft. Not a very high quarterback draft class, but I do think that he is the best of the best coming out of here. So saying all the right things too. Best running back, best wide receivers. So hey, see what he can do. He's very athletic. So we'll see what he can do with that Tennessee offense.
Dad is thirsty.
Thursday.
No, Tyler,
all right.
I think we've known about this pick for a month when he put Calvin Ridley and then Treylon Burks in his top 5 wideouts.
Hey man.
And then Tajay Spears, he also said was a top running back. I thought, I mean, like you said, saying the right things, but at some point you gotta be a little realistic and honest.
Yeah.
But
I'll give you my fast take. Probably 6th, 7th best if he would have came out last year. Stayed in college forever for a reason. So you know what? I hope it's not another swing and miss for the Tennessee franchise, but I don't know. To me, and knowing firsthand basis here, he sends me Jamarcus Russell vibes. Just saying.
He's not
Just
400
saying.
pounds.
That's not what I'm just saying. It like big arm, big body. He's good size, but I just worry it's going to be anybody taking a quarterback this early in this draft. I think there is a very, very high chance of a bust. So
Is he only going to play half the games? Oh, I'm sorry. That was a bowl reference.
Oh yeah. That was bullshit.
All right. So, Cleveland Browns. Trey, on the clock.
Well,
You let me.
the pick is in.
Hey, all right, hold on.
With the
All
number
right.
2 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Abdul Carter, edge rusher, Penn State University.
Ooh.
Wow.
I think everyone has Travis Hunter going there, and he probably will. But I think these guys are interchangeable. I think Abdul Carter is the best player in the draft in terms of his position and capabilities. Travis Hunter, to me, like I know he's the Heisman and he's an interesting prospect, two-way player, but I don't think he's elite at one of those positions. And say he doesn't perform well at corner or wide out, because he said he's playing both no matter what. It's not an option for him. He said he'll stop playing football if he can't play both. Say he starts to struggle, and this coaching staff wants to make him play one way. Now you got to deal with that. So I think the Browns need stability, especially after their disaster of a contract that they are paying to Deshaun Watson. And I think Abdul Carter is just you can't. It's kind of like a can't miss pick. And I know they're probably going to take Hunter, but for me, I would take Carter here. Relieve Myles Garrett a little bit. You just signed him to a huge contract, so why not just beef up? Why not? You have Jerry Jeudy. You have a decent secondary.
I'm glad you put him there because I Steven said this to Dad tonight. I think Carter goes to the Browns. I think the Browns have that more upfront type of defense. Correct me if I'm wrong. What's his face is still the DC?
Who's what's his face?
Used to be the Lions coach, Schwartz,
yeah.
Okay, so that's right there, hands down, taking Abdul Carter. He pushes the upfront guys way more than he's going to push the back guys, and I think Abdul Carter and Myles Garrett is probably the most frightening defensive edge guys that you could actually see in football. So I agree.
Yeah. And it's a can't miss pick.
Yeah.
You know he's going to be good.
Yeah. As long as his foot's healthy.
Yeah.
All right. On the clock, the New York Giants.
Well, here in the draft database of the New York Giants, that was a curveball. Because as Trey said, instead of just being cute and trying to cause chaos, the Browns are not taking Abdul Carter. They're taking Travis Hunter. But anyway, I think based on that, though, when you sit there and look at the New York Giants needs, I got
is your pick in?
Not yet. I'm just talking through it out loud. This is my draft room. Is this what we had planned on the board? Is quarterback? Not yet. Not one that we're ready for. O-line, that's tempting. That's where I'm looking. D-line, linebackers, wide receivers. Do you really pick one of those this high? Out of all of those, I would probably say offensive line. Wide receiver, I think it's way too soon. So the pick is in time.
All right, who we got?
God, here we go. With the third pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Travis Hunter, wide receiver and cornerback, Colorado.
Yeah, I agree.
I look at it here. If Abdul Carter's off the board, I think they're going to fulfill their need on the offensive side with Travis Hunter, with obviously a little defense as well. But I'm thinking future in the draft here for the Giants. If you get him with the way that Shedeur Sanders is all of a sudden sliding to a potential day 2 pick, you now have the perfect scenario to now take Shedeur and pair him with Travis Hunter. And in the largest media market possible, you make New York football, just like they did with Colorado football, you made them a team that you want to actually maybe sit down and watch their games.
And you know who else wants that? The GM and the coach.
100%. Well, I
It'll
disagree.
give him a new life. It'll give him a new
Brian-
life. 100%.
Brian Dable, I don't think Dable wants Shador, but if they will be absolutely fine if Travis Hunter's there. You're right.
I think he does, because what happens if you don't start him right away? Who they got? Russell Wilson now?
And
right.
Jameis, but it's going to be Russ.
So say you play those guys who struggle mightily, and your job's on the line. It's like, shit. Like if we don't do well these next 2 weeks, I'm probably gone. What do? You have a second life in Shador. You let him start. You play him 3 games. They're not going to fire you. They're not going to put a rookie quarterback out there with a brand new coach. I think Dable would want him. So I don't know. Just my 2 cents.
All right. I guess I'm on the clock here with the Patriots. Like I said, this is all completely random, so some guys are around, some guys are not. But all right. I got mine. All right. With the 4th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots are taking Armand Membo.
Wow.
Offensive tackle out of Missouri. I know, Trey, you were talking that, you think that, I guess they're supposedly saying they're going to take Campbell. I think that the guy out of Missouri is the best one offensive line out of the draft. I think they're trying to probably pull the strings on some teams to try to get them to trade up. But
I know what Tyler's doing here. There's a lot of mock drafts having the Niners take that guy. So he's like just trying to get a little bit of a hey,
he's trying to fluff him up a little bit.
Yeah, look who the Niners. He should go top 5, but he's going to
try to fluff him up.
If he drops to the Niners, I'd be happy. Right. We gotta protect the franchise and Brock.
Oh God.
Jeez. Did you guys pay him yet?
It's in the process, dude. He showed up to camp. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Is he gonna get over $50 million a year?
Probably. All right. Here we go. Number 5. The Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock.
All right. Here we sit.
Whoa.
In the room of Florida. What?
I thought you were just going to blurt it out there.
No.
Okay.
The pick is in.
Wow.
With the 5th pick of the draft, Jacksonville selects Mason Graham, defensive tackle out of the University of Michigan.
I like that pick, and I agree with it too. Mason Graham, man.
Wow.
To Jacksonville. Who's their coach down there now?
It's Liam Cohn.
Yeah, remember the scandal?
It was
Duval.
He was the offensive coordinator at Tampa Bay. I thought he was going to be the new Raiders coach. I'll be honest.
That was a weird circumstance.
Yeah, it's because of what's his name, Balky. Once they fired Balky, he's like, all right, I'll take the job now, because I think that's what was holding.
Fire him.
Freaking Balky, man! I hate that guy.
He's a little cockroach.
He's a loser.
He somehow survives like coaches' firings all the time, and he never gets fired.
Yeah, well, not
really
anymore.
I think, Dad, though, I like the pick because I think Liam Cohn's going to have a Trevor Lawrence turnaround, like a little revival, in my opinion. So beef up the defense, let the offensive system do its thing, and kind of complement Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did. I beefed up the defense.
Yeah. I like the pick.
Not eating it.
I'm excited to see what Trevor Lawrence does this year.
Are you, though?
I'm not.
I am.
Not in the fantasy draft.
Remember, Trey just hated Dougie P. He hated Doug Peterson.
Big fan of the
Peterson either. Doug Peterson, Doug Peterson was the biggest mistake. Even as an offensive coordinator with good coaches and good players, his offense was never over 27th in the NFL.
Oh, Dad, I've shared it all.
He's got a Super Bowl ring though.
Yeah, like he brought the first one to Philly.
Come on,
so you call it lightning in a bottle
with a backup.
Carson, call lightning in a bottle.
Carson with a backup.
He got him to the playoffs. Carson Wentz did. Foles just went on a run.
Yeah, in the most important time to play. Like most quarterbacks can't do that. They can do the regular season. They can't do the postseason. So I'm sorry. He single-handedly beat. They outscored the Patriots because there was no defense played in that game. Just saying. But anyway. All right. Well, we are to the
we got draft room.
Sin City. All right. War room, Dad. Here we go. So I'm Pete Carroll here.
Okay, lean for or over. I'll whisper who.
All right. Well, let's talk through this here. Hey, get out of our war room. This is Dad and my time. Dad, I'm a little shocked. I'm going to give you my first take. I'm shocked. Genty's still on the board.
Yes. And
I'm very shocked. I'm actually very shocked that where is he? Where's my guy? I'm so shocked Will Campbell's still there. Did not see that happening. Really thought Will Campbell was like the shoe-in for New England. We could benefit from because we like to run the ball, right? Pete Carroll wants to pound the rock. What do you think? Those are the.
Let's ask Marshawn Lynch if that's what he likes to do in the Super Bowl.
Oh my God! Just don't even like. That's why Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll butted heads. Is Russell wanted to throw all the time. Pete Carroll wanted to run the damn ball. Okay, he didn't call the play. The offense coordinator called the damn play. Who's fired?
I think
all right.
Completely insane if we don't go RB here.
I agree. Like, but now I'm drafting. That's my heart. Like, I want Genty.
Yeah, well, we have brains in our head, and unlike usual Raider brass, other than last year, they usually seek to disappoint. But I'll be honest with you. I mean, we pretty much have a lot. We have a lot of tools in place. All honesty, and now we have a quarterback, and now we need a solid running back. Most are hurt too often.
Let's do it. Let's pull it.
Yep. Go ahead. Make the announcement.
Right. Dad, we're gonna announce this together. So I'm gonna give the start, and then you're gonna name the pick and school. Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. Let me pull my script up again because I always forget the order of this here. With the 6th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select. Go ahead, John.
Ashton Gentry, running back, Boise State.
Okay.
Future Pro. That's the obvious pick for you guys.
It is. It's weird to me because of how often lately that running backs just drop.
Yep.
I understand that Ashton Gentry is special. So if he goes this early and the Raiders actually make the right pick like this,
take it.
I'll be surprised.
Take it. I think the running back market and position has been completely turned around after last year.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all.
I don't know. I mean, so hold on. I have a question. Was Spy Tech guy? Was he there last year too?
No.
He didn't make the Brock Bowers pick.
No.
I was gonna say he's having a good start to his career if he did, and he takes Genty.
It'd be perfect. So just from a fan perspective, take the best available. Raiders never do.
Yep.
Raiders except last year. You're right. Last year they did. But in my opinion here, you have to take him. I will be upset. I truly think there's a lot of games being played at the top of the draft board right now of teams saying who they like, who they want, because I think they want teams to come up and trade. They want to get more draft capital because most GMs are saying where the real value in this draft is going to be round 2 and 3. So a lot of teams don't want to give up round 2 and 3 picks.
Right.
So it's going to be very interesting here, but I won't be devastated as long as they take one of the top 3 offensive linemen. That's the other option. I don't want a freaking defensive back, and I don't want Shador.
We've wasted that too many times, and you're right. We do not want Shador.
Not this early.
No, and I also think that the fact that you do have a quarterback that can play football, I don't think you're taking a quarterback this early.
That's correct.
Yeah, who'd you guys get again?
Geno
Smith.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right.
Can't tell if he's being a dick or not.
No, I swear to God, I was not being a dick.
Okay,
really
yeah,
wasn't.
that's right. Yeah, it's not. It's like he's like, oh, that's not a quarterback. Oh, okay.
I was trying to think of it. I knew it wasn't Cousins.
Jordan Love, but we turned him down.
Yeah.
Too many turnovers.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right.
Same as Brock.
Did I say that well? Well.
Yeah.
All right. Trey, you're up. New York Jets.
Right. Yeah, so a little bit of a surprise. The guy that the Jets were going to target might already be taken off the board, in my opinion. So I might have to go with Plan B, which isn't necessarily a bad plan. Actually, might be just as good as Plan A, but I think the pick is in.
Okay.
So, with the 7th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Tyler Warren, tight end out of Penn State. I think that they could benefit from an offensive lineman. Like I thought they were going to take that Membo from Missouri here, but with that new coach, I forget his name from the Lions. Oh man,
Ben Johnson.
But no, but I think he's kind of like a big culture guy, kind of like Dan Campbell. And even though
Aaron
Tyler
Glenn.
Warren's not Aaron Glenn, yeah, though he's not even though Tyler Warren's not a defensive guy, I think he's just like a football guy. He plays hard every down. He'll do like the gritty stuff. He's willing to play different roles and everything. So, and I think a tight end is a young quarterback's best friend, which Justin Fields is young still. And if they decide to go the Jordan Travis route, it just creates a little safety net for them too. So, yeah, I like Tyler Warren there for the Jets.
Man, I'll be honest with you. That kind of throws a wrench into my where I was looking at the Bears. I thought he'd drop to 10 at Chicago.
You thought he would go that bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But you're right, though. I did see a lot of analysis and stuff. I did see that the Jets could possibly take him as well. So
I just think he's one of the better, like you said, take the best available, right?
That's what the Raiders did last year with Bowers. So
Yeah.
Can I say who I think if they're really debating on who to take it? I think he could even go earlier, even if he's not a dire need for the team. Is I think if you're Jacksonville, and I know everything right now is showing that Genty's going to Jacksonville. I take Warren there at 5. Take him. He's a freaking mismatch playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, you can run maybe a trick play where he throws the damn ball. I mean, the guy's got an arm. So
you put him and Trevor Lawrence in the backfield like that too. The different thing, because Trevor Lawrence can also run, which people forget about. So you get those two in the backfield. What you could do. I mean, I loved how Penn State used Tyler Warren this year in the backfield, out wide,
everywhere.
at tight end.
Everywhere.
I mean, he can do it all.
Everywhere. I mean, even now you pair him up. Brian Thomas, who was a surprise, right, is one of probably the second best receiver. Who was maybe better? I'm trying to think who else is better. But rookie year, he was probably one of the best receivers last year. So now you get him and Warren, and it's an offensive-minded coach. So he's going to want to, if he's scoring points, even though if they're not winning games, if he's scoring points, he's looking good. Now he's just got to, we got to figure it out on the defensive side. So that's my thought on where he could go even as early as 5 overall. But Jets taking him. That means the Jets make a smart decision. That doesn't happen too often. Hey, the Jets are the only team to not make the playoffs during the recently passed away religious leader's lifetime. I saw that online.
Isn't that crazy?
I saw that too.
Tyler
All right.
started shaking his head. He's like, "Don't get religious, Trent." I thought he was going to yell at me or something.
What I yell?
All
right.
As if I talk about
Trey-
science, it calls me a nerd.
Trey, you are on the clock with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty easy decision here in the war room for Carolina.
Picks in.
Both guys. What's that? Yeah,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
would say the picks in. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
With the 8th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Jalen Walker, edge from Georgia.
Wow. Wow. I didn't see that either.
I think
Is that how they list him an edge?
No, they list him as a linebacker.
or linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's a versatile playmaker. They need to replace Brian Burns, who kind of did similar things. They can play inside and outside. And I just think the Panthers need a stud defensive player. Like they need someone to kind of anchor their defense, and who better than a versatile middle linebacker?
Oh,
Yeah.
Inside and outside, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Mm.
Okay. All right, Panthers. Now we got the Saints dead. John, you are up.
all right.
I'm anxious for this one.
All right. And this is going to sound a little goofy, but I think it's going to come through. All right, picks
ready?
in. Yeah.
Goofy but true.
Goofy but true. All right. With the 9th pick of this year's 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Johnny Barron, cornerback
Wow.
of Texas.
Dang, Dad. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in New Orleans, they'll say Jean D, really good.
That's good logic. That's awesome. Jalen Walker, Georgia.
Jean D.
He's a stud. He can play anywhere too. I think did he tie the SEC with interceptions or something?
No clue.
Like that.
But
Right.
safe
Okay.
pick. Safe pick.
Oh man, I guess I'm on the board, aren't I?
There's a name out there, guys, that I cannot believe this. This is draft day like scandal right now.
All right.
Drop it.
Who do I got right now? I got the Bears, right?
Can I just say something? I'm like struggling over here because I'm truly looking this as like a fantasy football draft. So I'm like, oh man, as soon as my team comes up, I'm taking this guy if they don't take him, but it really doesn't. You don't
I
draft
know.
like that for this. Like it's really hard to not like I'm like super eager to say this guy's name, but I'm like, oh no, this team doesn't need that. They wouldn't take it, right? But
Yeah.
oh man, I see a team. I'm waiting to hear what Tyler does here.
All right, here we go. Picks in. All right. The number 10 pick of the 2025 draft, the Chicago Bears select Colston Loveland from
Wow.
the University of Michigan, tight end. This-
Second best.
Wowie.
Here's, you know what, though, is I've looked into a lot of stuff. There are some analysts that have him ahead of Tyler Warren, which I personally disagree with 100%.
That's a joke.
But I could see that I know the Bears are really going after a tight end. I mean, the only thing I was going to look at too is, offensive line, protect your guys. So, Trey, are you on your desk scribbling?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Yeah, it's annoying as shit.
It's a lot of... Good gosh.
feel like
All
we're getting like what the hell is that old machine that like Morse code over there? Jesus.
Scribbling.
Jeez. It's like a freaking lie detector test. That's what I'm looking at. Like freaking needles going and shit. So wait, Ty, you said protect your what with a tight end? Tight ends don't block for shit.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. Yeah.
What?
That it was either go that or protect their franchise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Glad
So
Trent's really taking in your analysis, Tyler.
I'm confused because I see what Tyler did here.
What did he do?
I just know for the next pick. Bastard.
I don't think they're going to take this guy.
They absolutely are. He's available at this point. Let's hear it. This pick has to be in War Room Tyler, 49ers, by himself. Do we have enough money? Because Brock made us bankrupt.
John, yeah.
We're more of a wholesale team. I don't know if you heard that. All right. You guys see that scandal? No. Okay.
No.
But they told supposedly told Devontae Adams sorry, we're not gonna overspend on you. We're more of we view you as like a wholesale guy. And so Devontae Adams didn't even respond. But screw Devontae. Go eat shit.
Wholesale.
He probably has double wrist injury now.
All right. With the number 9, what? Hold on, not number 9. Sorry.
9. What the hell? Where are we at?
Number 11 pick of the 2025 draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Michael Williams.
Okay. What the fuck? From Georgia?
Georgia. Edge
Is it
rusher.
Michael? I was totally going to say Michael.
I don't know. I went back and forth and I even looked up how to say it. I needed Trey's translation.
Trey, where's your robot?
It's under his desk.
That's weird.
Ew.
That's weird.
Ew.
Someday. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Sure.
Hey, you're a mean one, Mr.
Hey, Gucci.
Laugh it up.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Here's the Cowboys.
I once again did not see that pick happening, but okay.
Who'd you think I was taking?
I don't want to say the guy's name.
Don't say it because I know who Trevor's taking. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't want to speak it into existence.
This is not a fantasy draft.
Yeah, it's true. But I don't want Dad to take the next one.
I already know the next.
Okay.
All right, Dallas.
Oh, here we go.
And the pick is in.
Oh, yeah.
All right, with the 12th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, Dallas, the Cowboys select Titoria McMillan.
Wow.
Trent, is that's what you're talking about, Trent?
No. They should have, but no.
That is what I have been seeing a lot about him, and especially with Dallas getting a wide receiver.
If I was the Niners, they should have. Dude's going to be an absolute yes. If you didn't take who I thought you were going to take, yes.
I don't know, man.
I'm wondering who Trent's thinking.
He's not even like a need technically.
Actually, I know.
Niners.
I know.
Are you? I
think
don't say anything. Don't say anything because I'm drafting for the next team here. Okay. But are you guys not taken back at all that they are stating that the Cowboys need a wide receiver?
Why?
I think
they lost. What's his name? He went back to New Orleans.
Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
still got CD.
Yeah, CD Lamb.
And who else?
Okay.
And Gallup, who'd Gallup just sign with? He unretired.
Really?
Yeah, Gallup unretired and came back to somebody.
Wow. Okay. Surprise me.
Trent, Dolphins, number 13 on the board.
All right. I have to draft for this team. I hate this team. Sorry, we have a lot of Dolphins fans in our lives, listeners. So just
Dude,
kidding.
When I saw that you got this team, it cracked me up. I was kind of hoping Trey would have.
Yeah.
Because Trey always hates the Dolphins.
Yeah, sorry, Black.
I also, I'm just trying. I also wanted you to get the Jets.
Yeah, I wanted the Jets too. I did. I was kind of pissed when I saw like son of a bitch.
Why?
Why'd you want
Did you hate the Jets?
Because I hate the Jets. I just hate the Jets.
He does hate the Jets.
After that whole Devontae debacle where the NFL just wanted that to work out for New York. And you know what? Made me so happy that they just sucked. Freaking Lakers of the East Coast, put all this talent together and you suck. And their head coach got fired like I called it. Just for you, Ty, so you can come back home. There you go. You're welcome.
The Packers first.
All right, pick us in.
Ooh, wow.
All right, with the 13th, lucky number 13 for this franchise because of Danny Marino. With the 13th pick of the 2025, I always have to look up the script. 2025 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Will Campbell, offensive tackle, LSU.
That's who I thought was going to go to Tyler at San Francisco.
Me too, Dad. Me too. That's exactly the guy. If he makes it out of the top 10, then there must be some serious cold feet about him because
tiny arms.
Is that what it is? Tiny arms?
That's what they said, yeah.
What did they say?
Tiny arms short wingspan.
Man, they overlook a lot of things. Guy's a stud. He's going to be all right in the NFL.
It'll eventually be a guard.
It's a need. It's a need in Miami, especially because you've got to keep that guy throwing the ball from doing this, right? You don't want to see this anymore. All right. So don't want to see creepy fingers.
I don't think anybody wants to.
Or puppet master fingers, I think we call it. But anyway, invest in protecting Tua. Keep him upright, keep him healthy. So Will Campbell here, guys.
If it does happen.
Hey, even if they do make him a guard, I mean,
yeah,
the hell of a lineman.
Yeah, Trent, if Tua does the puppet fingers, they're gonna zoom right in on his face again, like they always do.
Yeah.
It's so messed up.
All right.
It is so messed up. I'm so messed up for calling it puppet fingers too. I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude, his life has changed.
No, he's still playing, drinking beer, eating a lot of food. He looks jolly.
Yeah.
In other words, when you say jolly, he's totally putting on pounds. If you're described as jolly, it's like, oh boy, dang, like the jolly old Grinch.
Instead's 30 full Yeti.
I don't think Trey heard me. I said that.
I was ignoring you.
Jolly old Grinch.
Yeah, I heard that.
All right, who's up next?
Trey, back.
Whoa.
Man, back to back, Trey. Colts.
All right. This is a good one. Okay. Damn, I can't believe that last team just took Will Campbell. Jeez, no, I just threw my own pick off. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I'm just cracking myself
expecting
up.
that.
Yeah, way out of left field. Oh man, Colts. Ooh, yes. Last year took the best edge player. Do they do it again? No. Pick us in. With the 14th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive lineman, from Texas.
Okay.
Heavy emphasis on just calling him an offensive lineman here. because a lot of people believe, yes, plays tackle, could play tackle in the NFL, also is versatile enough to potentially play guard. Would be surprised if he makes it out of the top 10. Just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
He's another one that I could see the Raiders, if things in front of him don't line up for Genty, he's another one I could see the Raiders taking. So
I was going to say the Niners.
Yeah. Just love drafting linemen over here.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. We got the Falcons up, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. All right. Falcons with the number 15 overall pick in the draft. Select Shamar Stewart, edge out of Texas A&M.
Does everyone cheer for your pick?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's sort of surprised me.
Edge.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that has a lot of like upside, but he's kind of a question mark. And I feel like the Falcons always draft guys like that.
That's exactly why I said that.
Yeah.
Was exactly my thought process, right?
Looks like they made the right pick last year, as criticized as it was.
Yeah.
We don't really know that yet, though.
Tyler does. Tyler trusts Big Penix energy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's one thing Tyler always counts on. It's the Phoenix.
Big.
All right.
Dad's all right was perfect timing. It was quiet. All right. Don't know where you're going with this.
Arizona's on the clock, and their pick is in. And with the 16th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select James Pierce Jr.,
That's
Mm-hmm.
edge rusher out of the University of Tennessee.
that's who I thought would have gone first there.
Yeah. I was kind of between those with the edge guys.
Man, you guys are taking some of my picks, backup picks and stuff.
It's all right, polygraph Trey.
Polygraph. Oh, come on.
God. Apologize, listeners, if you have us up loud.
Oh, my God. It's not that bad. I'm literally just
All
writing
right.
a name down.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It's because he writes like a nurse.
Dad's eating.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he couldn't resist the beef stick. He said all that talk about Big Penix energy. He's like, oh.
All right.
He goes, no, I'm not.
Sorry, Dad.
All right. Cincinnati's on the clock. Cincinnati has a pick is in. Cincinnati with the 17th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft. Cincinnati Bengals select Nick Emerworthy, South Carolina safety.
Whew.
Oh, yeah, who that is?
I'm just impressed you actually said that kind of close.
Eamon Warney.
Emerworthy.
No,
I don't
it's
know a
not
lot
good to
about
me.
him.
Safety.
Yeah.
Who's that? That's the Bengals, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Safety, South Carolina.
He's a Gamecock.
I think the Bengals are gonna. Did they ever figure anything out with Trey Hendricks?
They trade him.
They haven't traded him yet, did they? I thought they paid him. I don't know.
How?
I thought they gave him something because when he went out there, they let him explore trades, and then he realized he wasn't going to get what he was hoping for.
Wow, that's humbling.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it. I mean,
I'm
Surprised
shocked.
no one paid him.
yeah,
He's good.
and a lot of computer clicking. All right, am I up?
Sorry, I'm running 1,000 programs at once here, Trey.
Yeah.
Trent.
Trent's just supersonic ears over there.
God, sensitive ears, I
Gosh.
guess tonight. But all right, here we go. Seattle
He might be Batman.
on the clock, right? All right, so
Mm-hmm.
that's me. Was Seattle? The pick is in.
I got to pick a mistake here because
So
done with the franchise over the last half a year.
with the 18th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Emeka Ibuka, wide receiver, Ohio State.
That's a good pick.
They always like weird names.
I look at, they've invested in getting Cooper Kupp. They've
Jackson Smith
invested,
and Jigba.
Ohio State connection there with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So Emeka Ibuka. And then they also, I believe, Valdez Scantling as well. Caesar or SZA? No. So yeah, they're going to invest at wide receiver there, guys. So that's my pick for the Seahawks.
Okay. Wide receiver, Ohio State. Okay.
Ready?
All right. Trent. Yep. We're back up.
Tampa Bay.
Picks in.
Pick is in. With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Will Johnson, cornerback, Michigan.
Nice.
Wow.
Todd Bowles, defensive coach. Area of need for the Buccaneers is in the secondary. Wouldn't be bad. Looking at maybe a linebacker in this case, but you have a top ranked cornerback still available at the 19th pick. I think you're going to take him off the board.
Look at. He's a defensive minded guy too.
Yeah. Yep. A little tough because you gotta replace Levante, right? Levante David in their defense this year, I think it is. Yeah. So it's tough to take linebacker or not take a linebacker there for them. But I look at this point, you're at 19, you need a cornerback or need help there. Take one of the best available. I think more teams need to do that. Raiders.
All right, Trey, you're on the clock with Denver.
Denver's pick is in.
Whoa. Sean Payton.
With the 20th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Omarion Hampton, running back from North Carolina University.
Wow.
I think the Broncos have I'd say for the most part, somewhat complete roster, minus the running back position, and that's what I think when you benefit from actually getting a good back. And I think he's the type of guy that can contribute right away, and using him in his first 4 years is important, especially nowadays with contract renewals and everything like that. So again, use him while you can. That's my thought.
All right.
I'm laughing because I know Tyler was totally queued up on that pick for the next team.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't actually. I'm stuck between two here, and I don't really know where they're going to go.
Well, take the worser of the two because I hate the Steelers.
Worser.
I just there's a lot of
I
scenarios.
love taking this pick right now.
What?
The Worcester sauce.
Taking this pick right now.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of X factors involved in this. Man. All right. I think this will surprise some people.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to surprise me.
I think it will because I think there are some X factors involved in this. My reasoning for this. But let's do it. All right. With the 21st pick of the 2025 draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Jackson Dart, quarterback, Ole Miss.
Wow. What did you think? Wow.
I love the burr. Go ahead, Dad.
Shador, Dad.
Yeah.
Give your pick here.
Shador.
I don't think he fits the Tomlin system.
And here's why. Because it makes great media. What's going to happen is Shador's going to go there. Then Tomlin, they're going to lose with him a little bit. And then Tomlin's going to get criticized by Dion about Shador's not being used right in Pittsburgh. And then they create a little controversy.
No way.
I don't know. My thought that's who I was between. I was between Shador and I was between Jackson Dart. My thought process is I do believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers. And I think that Jackson Dart sits behind the Steelers for a year, learns from Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers is done after that with Pittsburgh. And I think Jackson Dart takes over. Because here's the perfect system. Tommy Maddox, Ben Roethlisberger. It's exactly what happened back with when Big Ben came in. So that's my thought. I think Jackson Dart also has an arm.
So Tommy Maddox is Aaron Rodgers in that situation?
Kind of.
Huh, interesting.
I'm just saying. He played like
Tommy Maddox even existed, let alone comparing him to Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not comparing. I'm not saying. I'm just saying like the scenario.
That's cold.
What?
You compared Aaron Rodgers to Tommy Maddox.
I think he just means a situation.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Situation.
I hope to God.
Remember they loaded up Tommy Maddox's yard with for sale signs when he was out in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And it's not to laugh at this, but I'm pretty sure like it was tough for his kids to even go to school. Like people are that rude.
Wow.
It was bad. I didn't laugh. I said that was sad. That was a sad part. But for sale signs are funny. Sale signs are funny, but that whole part, like, come on, get a life, guys.
Think about the kids, Trent.
I know. That's what I just said,
Damn, just realized I'm on the board again, or I'm on the clock.
Yeah, let's go, Ty. Come on. Oh, wait. Green Bay could run up and steal this here soon.
Oh,
how does that work?
Boy.
Can't do
It
that.
does happen. Yeah, it does happen. If they run out of time and don't get the pick in, the next team can submit their pick ahead of the other team.
Wow.
It almost happened one year, I believe.
Yeah, it did almost happen one year.
It's probably the Raiders
All
screwing
right,
around.
we're gonna go as owner. I think time's up, and we pick. And I'm just kidding.
I already got my pick. All right. All right. With the 22nd overall pick, the Chargers take Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
He totally did that on purpose. I swear to God, you did that on purpose.
Did what on purpose?
All right.
Why do they need a wideout?
It says
It's
they do.
one of their top needs, dude.
That's so ridiculous, dude.
Pair him and Lad McConkey.
Good old Lad McConkey.
And don't they have Quentin Johnston too?
Yeah, he
Or-
sucks.
You need all the weapons.
That's ridiculous. I've said at least 10 times to you guys this offseason that I want the Packers to take Matthew Golden.
I never heard you say that.
Yeah.
I have not. I have not. You haven't been on the show enough for us to hear that. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Rascal.
That's crazy.
Man.
All right. Well,
All right. Packers on the clock.
Want to trade for Matthew Golden?
Yeah.
Trey, I'll tell you a better steal there for you at that point.
Shut up.
Sorry, I was just trying to help. Boy, Trey was really set on that pick.
Yeah, it sure was.
Woo! This means so much to him too. Like he feels like if his pick is bad, it's
Yeah,
it's actually gonna affect the team. Although he is part owner, so
I was gonna say it kind of does affect the team, Trent.
Yes.
all right. Well, Minnesota's on the clock, so don't let me jump up and steal that. But in division rival, Dad, you've had a nice long break here with this. What the
I know.
hell?
So, hey, just some quick analysis. Golden's an effective route runner that wins his release, explodes off the line, gets out of breaks, plucks the ball, makes the first defender miss, and explodes upfield with a catch. One of
Come
two
on,
players
Chad.
to run a
Put this
sub 4.340
All right.
dash and
Pick soon.
combined. Okay. Just had to give some quick analysis on Golden there
Or
to
Kuiper.
fill some dead time. Yep.
Tyler Kuiper.
With the 23rd pick in the 2025 draft, the Green Bay Packers select Siobhan Revel Jr., cornerback from East Carolina University.
Oh, so you are trading Alexander.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility.
Yeah, I saw that is almost certain. You said Siobhan Revel, Trey?
Yep. He's like a Jalen Ramsey build.
Yeah.
Like a press
He's
corner.
he's
tall, strong.
he's available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a nickel for Jalen, right?
Nipple.
A nickel.
Oh.
On my mind, Trent's got nipples on the mind.
Silver coin.
All right.
All right.
Who we got? Trent. Vikings.
Yuck. All right. Pick is in. With the 24th pick, the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Jahad Campbell, linebacker, Alabama.
Okay.
Going to continue to load up on the defensive side there with Minnesota. Don't really need help on the offensive side, in my opinion, other than maybe a quarterback. But I'm anxious to see what happens there with the rookie out of Michigan that did not play at all last year. So I just think continue to build up a solid defense because the defense was pretty good last year under who's the guy? Who's their coordinator there? That bullied Tua in Miami. I can't remember his name.
Flores.
Yeah. Brian Flores, right?
Allegedly.
Yeah. Sorry. Allegedly. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I got him loading up on defense. Get Jihad Campbell out of Alabama, fill on the linebacker position.
Okay. All right. Next on the clock. Yeah, Dad, you do have quite a break here.
We could have spaced that out for him.
No, I tried. Okay.
I
Trey, you're on the clock with the Texans.
My pick is in for Houston. I think it's pretty obvious. With the 25th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Josh Simmons, offensive tackle from Ohio State University. Pretty obvious the Texans need to protect C.J. Stroud after last year and watching him run around like a chicken with his head cut off. And Simmons is a good zone scheme blocker, apparently, and I think that's what the Texans thrive on as well, so I think it's a good fit.
She is.
What do you say, Trent?
I'm not really. That's okay. I just I really think he was going to be available in the later rounds. A little surprised here he's taking this early. Film's good, but needs a little better in his bend. Doesn't bend quite well enough. No, I think that's fine.
What? Hold on a second. Simmons. Okay, I see him now.
How far down on the rankings is this guy?
He's not. He's like third. I just don't know why he's not on my list.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. All right. And Trey, you're back on the clock with the Rams, by the way.
And I'm back on the clock. And the pick is in. With the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the LA Rams select Trey Amos, cornerback from Ole Miss. The same evaluation on him as I had Siobhan Rebel Jr. So I think the Rams need that Jalen Ramsey kind of secondary person that they've been missing since he's left them. So I think he fills that up. And the Rams are stocking up on defense, a young defense.
Okay. All right. Trent, the Ravens are on the clock. Detroit, you're on deck.
Whew, this one's tough. All right. Pick is in. With the 27th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, apologize, Oregon. Going back to their well here of drafting defensive linemen out of Oregon that will have success in the Baltimore Ravens purple and black. Going back to Haloti Ngata. Yes, I have his jersey. But yeah, need a little help on the defensive front. Yes. Really tough here. Was thinking secondary, but I just feel with I feel with the Ravens. The Ravens got better once they what's his name? Williams, safety out of Notre Dame that they have.
You mean Hamilton?
Hamilton, that's what I'm saying. Williams. Hamilton's really the way that they changed up how they started using him later, where I think they allowed him to play actually more of a truer safety and let him come up and support the run from depth late, really changed the secondary a lot. They were bad early, much better later once they changed that. But it's again top caliber guy available at the defensive tackle position. Take him this late in the first.
All right.
All right. Lions are on the clock.
Detroit Lions are on the clock. First prize out of the draft.
Sound like a parrot.
It's the Dan Campbell pick.
Ooh.
It's a Dan Campbell man.
Okay.
All right.
I know exactly what you're going for.
I know you do because I talked to you about it. With the 28th pick of the draft,
Pick us in, Ty.
2020.
Sorry.
Hold on.
And with the 28th pick of the draft, the 2025 draft, the Detroit Lions select Jack Sawyer, edge rusher out of Ohio State. He's a lunchbox carrying Dan Campbell kind of man.
Love that. Wow.
Jack Campbell, Jack Sawyer.
Jack Sawyer.
No, I'm saying like how many?
Dan.
Everyone's getting jacked.
It's Dan Campbell.
But they drafted Jack Campbell last year.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Gosh.
Is he? Hold on. So he's listed as an edge.
Yeah.
Huh.
It'd be a D end.
Yeah.
Like a true D
That's
D
right.
end.
Put him on the other side. Aiden Hutchinson. All right. Oh man, this was a tough one for me. I've gone back and forth, and I feel like a lot of the availability is kind of wavered. But we got Washington on the clock. And all right, with the 29th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the team out of Washington selects Josh Connerly Jr., Oregon offensive tackle.
Protect the franchise.
That's kind of my thought.
It's a boring pick.
Who did they pick?
I like it.
Josh Connerly Jr., the offensive tackle out of Oregon.
Okay.
I mean, here's the thing is if you look at their needs, they need edge, they need corners, they have wide receiver down there, they have safety, and they have offensive line. I mean, thinking of the edge, corners, wide receivers, and safeties, I mean, look at who's there. And then, I don't know, I feel like this Connerly guy out of Oregon is actually probably your best available offensive lineman, more so than like the 7th or 8th edge, the 7th corner, the 6th wide receiver. I think that this could be a good pick, especially like Trent said, protect the franchise, dude. You got to protect Jaden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
I
point.
agree. You can't go wrong
All right.
with drafting top linemen, I feel like.
No. All right. On the clock, we got Buffalo.
The Buffalo Bills. The pick is in. And with the 30th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia.
Good pick. Makes sense.
Starks. That is a good pick. It's gonna be awesome to see how close we are. That honestly, that right there though, he could be picked by Washington as well.
Nope, you used your pick.
No. All right.
The one that I think is going to throw our picks early is Will Campbell.
No, I think real early is going to be the Travis Hunter thing. Trey.
Yeah.
I agree with Trey.
You think?
I mean,
Travis-
I think
I
they're
would
going to take Travis Hunter, but I think it'd be smart, and they need Abdul Carter more.
Yeah, I would take Abdul Carter.
Yeah, exactly.
even
Pair him with freaking
Garrett.
what's the God? Yeah, I totally.
And you know,
agree.
he's going to perform as long as he's healthy. He's going to perform in the NFL.
Does make a pretty
Trent?
good storyline.
Yeah. Here-
No, like I think then it opens up for the New York deal with Shador and Hunter being there.
I agree. That's what I think is going to happen.
All right, who's up next?
Chiefs.
I am.
Kansas City.
No.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Nope, I'm out of.
So, Dad, we are in the channeling my Andy Reid now.
All right. I ran out of. Can I have a nuggie?
Yeah.
You can eat those.
That's actually pretty good. All right, so I'm looking here, and I'm thinking offense.
Offensive line. They need
No,
portable offensive linemen because they lost Tunney or whatever his name is. And they lost a couple other guys.
I still think that they're gonna. I think this late they draft Flash, and now with all the top tackles taken off the board, I think they're going to be able to trade up and get an offensive tackle in the second round at better value.
Okay, but
I'll tell you who I'm thinking of taking, but
Okay.
you give me your insight.
Good.
Go ahead, give me who are you thinking?
No, well, for one, I want you to realize that they overpaid Bolton to stay because he's a what's his name's player who's the D coordinator, Spagnola. He's a Spagnolia. He's one of his players, and they overpaid him, and then they couldn't afford to keep their offensive lineman. That's why I'm so hell bent on getting a young rookie offensive. But
I get it. I'll just share two guys that I want to put out there for you that I think they would take offense, and I think it's kind of very similar to like the pick of last year of trading up and getting Xavier Worthy late, and it was like, what the hell? How do they get this guy? Yeah. I really think the fact that this guy's on the board this late, Luther Burden III from Missouri, wide receiver wise, is going to be one of the best to come out of this class.
Okay.
And that would be wide receiver. So they need to kind of fill a couple gaps there with. Now you're going to have Xavier Worthy, you're going to get Rashee Rice back, and you're going to have Burden. So young studs don't have to pay him much for a couple years. The other guy that I think they would take is Judkins, the running back out of Ohio State. Okay. Once again, freak athlete, a lot of upside to him. I think what's his name getting injured last year opens the door for that. But what offensive tackle do you see available that you would definitely take here if that's what you'd think?
First, out of Minnesota, maybe.
Is he ranked higher than who I have here? Tackle. Connerly was taken.
Yeah,
he was high on my board. You said Ursery.
We'll go your way.
No. I trust you. If you think Andy Reid is going to go that way, let's go. Let's go with it.
It's almost like a little vortex that I think they have to have Mahomes in their best interest, and they have to keep him healthy.
Yeah. And they got exposed in the Super Bowl.
Magnolia won the last one by signing Bolton and getting to give those other guys up that they couldn't afford to pay. So now Andy Reid says, "Okay, I get that one, but now I need a freaking tackle. I'm not going to let you have 2 picks in a row."
Okay, let's do it. Ursery.
Wait.
Oh, sorry. All right. With the 31st pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select. Go ahead, Dad.
You go ahead.
Arante Ursery, offensive tackle, Minnesota. I saw the first name and I was like, son of a gun.
He goes, now you go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, I was hoping I could pass that off.
You want it, Dad?
No, you got it. No, you're good. You can take it.
Oh, man.
That's awesome. All right. Last pick of the draft, guys.
Yeah. Philadelphia Eagles. Warrior made a last-minute change-up analysis, so we're going something different that we originally went with, but the pick is in. With the 32nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle from Michigan. Initially was going to go Xavier Watts, safety out of Notre Dame, because I think that they need a secondary person, especially losing Slay and Gardner Johnson. But I think Grant fits exactly what the Eagles look for: long arm, pass rusher. He led the FBS in deflected passes, and I think it's huge playing Jaden Daniels twice a year, and going forward too. So I don't know. I think that they really succeeded with the pass rush, and I think they're going to try to keep that going. And he'd be a great addition. Fill in for Milton Williams, who they lost.
That's good. All right. Well, that concludes the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft Bearded Baker Mock Draft Special. Anything input-wise, any teams you're kind of watching here before we get going?
Yeah. I think there will be some movement. I think the Giants will draft Duel or Travis third overall, but I think they are going to move back into the first round later on, and I think they're gonna get their quarterback that they like the most. I would say that's something, and they should do that. They need to be aggressive to make up for how awful they look with how they handled the Saquon Barkley situation. So you gotta go big on draft night and save your face.
And when they move back in, do they go Dart or do they go Shador?
I think they want Dart. I think Daboll wants Dart. But if you end up getting Hunter, then you have. I think it's you go Hunter and you don't trade up. If you trade up for a quarterback, then you better be taking Shador Sanders and just. I think you said it best. It could save his job and it could save New York football right now because Jets and Giants suck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Say they get Shador and they get Hunter. Then shortly thereafter, the Giants stumble at all, which they will. They fire the coach and they bring in Deion Sanders into the New York market.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
You think the Maras would like that though?
I don't think Deion would like it. I don't know.
Love that. His face being on the picture of every New York magazine.
Having to play in division versus the Cowboys though? I don't know.
He wouldn't care about that.
Love that.
Okay.
Played for the Niners, Cowboys, and the Cowboys against the Niners. So
that's true.
3 spots I think you can see teams trade out of is 13, the Dolphins, 20, the Broncos. And I wouldn't be surprised if New England gets offered to trade with your team, Trent. The Raiders to just steal Genty and make sure they get him before Jacksonville does.
I agree with that.
I could see that too. I think another team to keep an eye on too, moving, is the Bears.
Moving up or back?
I could see moving up. And again, that could be one of those. I really truly believe that they really want Tyler Warren. And I think that they're going to do everything they can to try to get him. So if he does fall to the Jets like we have it projected, I don't know. I mean, I could see that,
that's
maybe the Raiders trading up with the Patriots and then the Bears trading up with the Patriots as well. And the Patriots just kind of keep jumping back.
Just keep stocking picks.
Yeah, just stock them up.
New Orleans will probably end up with Tyler Warren.
I don't know.
I think they got to take Tet McMillan.
I know, but it's weird because but I'm saying because of having that other quarterback tight end kind of thing that they for so long. They like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think it's going to be like a game of trade chicken between like the the Browns and what else am I thinking of? The Giants for a quarterback. Like who's going to be the team to trade up and who's going to do it early?
Yeah,
that's what I think. I think 13 with the Dolphins is where it's going to be at.
Here, let's pull this. Dallas trades with Cleveland. They give them Dak Prescott. Okay, they give them Dak Prescott. Dallas then selects Hunter. And then later they take Shador.
I could see that happening too.
And then that would be the
When Cleveland take Dak Prescott.
It's another big contract to take on.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, that is true.
They have so much money tied up in 2 quarterbacks
and a D lineman. There'd be 3 players that's probably more money than entire franchises.
Oh gosh!
I mean, I could see it happening, but phew.
They would need to work something out with that.
Yeah.
Maybe they trade the Deshaun Watson to the Cowboys in return and we'll take half of his contract still.
Yeah.
You have to include something like that.
Yeah.
That honestly, even more so than picks, I bet the Browns would be more excited to just give up his contract than get more picks.
Yeah.
I could also see San Fran moving back depending on the offensive line situation ahead of them.
I think you guys are getting Kelvin Banks. I think there's enough offensive linemen that
I think there'll be somebody quality available to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Line.
That's what I mean, depending on what happens. But
Denver will move. They always do. And you know the thing we didn't consider with the Chargers?
What's that?
Michigan players.
I think he's going to get. I think Loveland's going to the Chargers.
So you have to trade up to get him, though.
That'd be a great pick. That's smart.
Nah.
And Green Bay
Vikings are trading.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tyler has Golden going there.
Who's Green Bay trading Alexander to, and where's that going to move them?
I don't know. I could see
Saints
if they want Ted McMillan. Oh, man.
I see the Raiders.
I don't think the Raiders trade out of 6.
I think they do. They go up. They go up.
Yeah, that's what I think. I guess I could see the Saints, Dad. Or even Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Done a lot this offseason.
And I think that they need draft capital. They would take a nice all-pro corner.
Yeah.
Here's the beautiful thing, guys. We get to watch it all play out tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All
right. Hey, other than that, appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Hey guys, enjoy the draft in Green Bay. Get a little glimpse of Titletown and all it has to offer.
It's cold. Wear your boots.
Not as long as they're not playing the Niners. All right. Have a great draft night. Be sure to tune in. Appreciate everybody listening. And we'll be back next week with some baseball and some more lip saddle talk next week. So
that. Hey, great.
All right. See you guys.
Take it easy.
All right.